Okay, now in this video you're going to find the point where the lines intersect, but you're going to use a different method. You are going to use the elimination method. What you were doing yesterday was called the substitution method. Here's what you do in elimination, okay? Make sure your x's are on top of the x, y on top of the y, equals, and then the numbers without, they're lined up. They always will be on this assignment, so we can get past that. You underline this, you make a line off the side, you write add, okay? The whole point of elimination is to get either the x's or the y's to be eliminated from the problem. So always let's add. Let's take 2 plus 6, that's 8, so those do not eliminate. Let's add 5 plus negative 5, that is a negative 5, okay? That's 0, so those eliminate, so eliminate the y's. Okay, so remember that's 8x, and over here add those, that'd be 17 plus negative 9. That's 8. Now divide both of those by 8, and 8 divided by 8 is 1. Okay, so your x is 1. Now let's figure out the y's. You write this side, okay, so you've got 2x plus 5y equals 17. So take your x out, and you put your answer you just got for it. You just got a 1, okay? So over here you're going to write 5y, and then what is 2 times 1? 2 times 1 is 2. You will not have a y, any letter on the 2. That's been replaced. Then you just minus 2. That's 15. Then divide by 5, and that equals 3. Okay, pretty easy on that one. Now the next one. Add, okay. 5 plus 3 is 8, that's not 0. Negative 6 plus 6, 0. Those are now eliminated. Either the x's or y's need to be eliminated. Okay, 5x plus 3x is 8x, and then over here I take negative 32 plus 48, and that's 16. Divide by 8, 16 divided by 8 is 2. So 2 is your x. Now, take one of the two equations. It can be the top or the bottom. Let's go with the top just to be consistent. So 5x minus 6y equals negative 32. So I have my answer for x, okay? It's 2. Now first, let's take 5 times 2. That's going to be 10. And then put plus negative 6y. Now, get rid of your 10. You're going to subtract your 10. Negative 32 minus 10 is negative 42. And then divide by negative 6. It's going to be 7. Okay? 2, 7. Okay, next problem. We're going to get a little different thing here. Remember, let's add our x's. 6 plus 3, that's 9. 5 plus 5 is 10. Well, what are we going to do now? If they don't add to 0, check to see if x or y has the same number in front, okay? And they do. These have the same number. What I'm going to do to get these to add to 0 is make that 5 into a negative, but then everything else in this bottom has to be made into the opposite. So negative, negative. Now if I add, I'm good. 6 plus negative 3 is 3. That doesn't eliminate, but 5 plus negative 5 eliminates. See ya. Now when I add, I got to remember these are now negatives. So 6 plus negative 3 is 3. That'll be 3x. And then 39 plus negative 27 is 12. Just like that. Now divide by 3 and you have your answer. That would be 4. So x is 4. Now let's reuse our first equation. The 6x plus the 5y equals 39. Now I have my answer for x, so we get rid of that. So I'd be taking 6 times 4, that's 24 plus 5y. So I minus my 24. Then 39 minus 24 is 15. So now I divide by 5. And 15 divided by 5 is 3. Okay, cross this next one out. We don't need to look at that one. Okay. Let's go over 2 more. Okay, add. 2 plus 2, that's going to be 4. 6 plus 3 is 9. Well, what do I do now? Well, check to see if you have the same number in front. I do right here. So if I was able to change this to a negative, then 2 plus negative 2 would be 0. But then I've also got to remember that goes opposite and that goes opposite. So now I know those will add to 0. They're eliminated. So now when I add 6 plus negative 3. That'd be 3y. Go to the other side. You take 22 plus negative 4. 18. Then divide by 3. And that equals 6. So my y is 6. Now use your original top. 2x plus 6y equals 22. So you got your y, you got 6. So you got 22. Now over here you got to take 6 times 6, which is 36. And then you got plus 2x. So let's get rid of our 36 by minusing it. So 22 minus 36 is negative 14. Then divide by 2. That's negative 7. Okay. Negative 14 divided by 2 is negative 7. Okay, last problem. Okay, what are we going to add? We're going to add negative 3 plus 3. Got 0. Okay, so I'm good. As soon as either that or that adds to 0, cross them out and go from there. Now when I add these, that's negative 3 plus negative 4. I'm always adding, never minusing, always adding. Now on the other side, I've got 9 plus 5. I had no reason to change anything because they added to 0 right away. Okay? So that's negative 2 for the y. To get my x, let's use this one here. Negative 3x minus 3y equals 9. We have our answer for y. We got negative 2. Now remember, when you're multiplying, that's a negative 3 times a negative 2.